we at L6 are happy to be part of this project.
It started with the signing of a contract that progressed to the realization of a dream by the New Life organization, Newlo, of a project to reduce the organization's non-renewable energy consumption to 0%. This ambitious undertaking means that funds saved can be redirected to the enhancement of Newlo's training programs and the installation of a more efficient irrigation system to increase spice and vegetable production. Newlo officially launched its solar energy and irrigation system project on Wednesday, September 12, 2018. The project involved the installation of 100 kilowatt solar panels grid-tie system on the buildings in Palmist that will be connected to Grendex electricity grid system, training of Newlo's instructors in the installation and maintenance of the solar system, installation of pipes and pumps to improve the irrigation system in the farm area. These solar panels, inverters, and accessories were installed by contractor Everton Connor from L6 Incorporated, which has more than 15 years of experience in the solar industry. The project started in October last year, and he says their first 30 kilowatts of solar energy was commissioned by Grenlec on May 17, 2018, and the balance of 70 kilowatts of solar energy will be commissioned soon. Connor says L6, which has been operating in the country since 2012, wants to play the role of defining the process of renewable energy in Grenada.
We can assist with the change that is required. We have seen from places like Sister today now runs at 100% during the day solar. There's no generators running in Sister during the day. We've also seen the pact now created between St. Lucia, the Cayman Islands, and the British Virgin Islands as they move forward to such a feat. I want to take the time to say this. Renewable energy is nothing to be afraid of, and it's not going to change the profitability of any company that's involved.
Grant funding for the project was received from the Jeff Small Grants Program in the sum of $405,000 EC to purchase solar panels, inverters, and other accessories, as well as labor, which covered setting up of the irrigation system, replacing high energy consumption bulbs with LED lights, and installing solar meters. Newlo provided cash and kind contribution to the tune of $62,000, and it made possible the training of 2 staff members in St. Lucia for the installation and maintenance of the solar system, working with the St. Lucia Electricity Company. The total budget for the project was $570,979 EC.
The systems at Newlo is one of the kind in Grenada. It is not only a grid-tie system, though it currently acts as one, but it's also a system that is designed to incorporate batteries. At the push of a button on a program, run of a program, those inverters can turn into battery support systems.
Now, what are going to be the benefits of this project for Newlo? For 34 years, Newlo has relied on both internal, within Grenada, and external funders to be able to carry our programs going. Every year, the cost of our electricity increases because every year we tend to buy new tools, equipment, improve facilities. And progress comes at a very expensive cost. The more you tend to develop, the more you tend to spend. And so now we have a whole new facility whose energy consumption without the solar would have equaled that of what was already existing. Now, there was no way Newlo would have been able to do that without this solar project. And so we are very happy that it is going to help us, if not bring any profit for us, at least cut our energy consumption to 0.
That's Newlo's Executive Director, Sister Margaret Yamoa. She says the exorbitant cost of $50,000 per year for energy meant they had to find alternative sources.
We do spend a lot of money on electricity bills, to be very honest with you. Apart from the center here in Paramis, we have one at Mount St. Evans in St. Andrews. And so at the end of every year, when you put the bills together, we are in the region of more than 50,000 EC every year. And that was before the completion of the new wing, the Hospitality Arts Center. And the reason being that we have 11 different skills here. Some of them have heavy tools and equipment that use a lot of current. And so that has been our story for 34 years that Newlo has been in existence, paying a lot of money for electricity.
Minister for Energy, the Honorable Gregory Bowen, is encouraged by the fact that the project will eventually lead to employment for young people.
The goal of this project is to reduce Newlo's non-renewable energy consumption to zero and to redirect the funds saved for the enhancement of the training programs and to install a more efficient irrigation system so as to increase the production of spices and vegetables. This means that the installation of 100 kilowatt solar panel array grid tie system on the building in Paramis will be connected to Grenlec's electricity grid system, and the training of Newlo's instructors in the installation and maintenance of the solar system. It is of extreme importance that we can maintain the system after it is installed. This will create a whole new industry and employment for a youthful population.
He says renewable energy will be a useful tool that will increasingly play a significant role in meeting the aspirations of this country's growing economy.
Hence the reason the new Electricity Supply Act of 2016, it provides an open door for investment in renewable energy for electrical generation. Prior to this, it was at the behest of Grenlec that if you put solar panels on your roof, in the first place you could not put solar panels on your roof without their permission. This new act removed this totally, and anyone can self-generate within the regulations. It is this new act that opened the door for the SPG, and I discussed with him the GEF fund. No grants would have come to Grenada until we got our act together.
Whatever government and Grenlec need to do to ensure that we, the people, are able to access cheaper and lower energy, cleaner energy in Grenada, I am making an appeal that that is done. Now it is no longer about who makes profit or who doesn't make profit. It is about our lives. Because the effect of some of the energy sources that we are using on the environment is something that transcends profit. It's something that transcends who has more power or who has less power. It's something that should call all of us to the table. So I am looking forward to the day when those policies are put in place which would allow us to use the energy that we produce here and only to send the remaining to Grenlec. And that has a two-way benefit for us and for Grenlec also, because it is going to reduce, the amount of power that goes through Grenlec's grid. And that, of course, curtails the wear and tear when you have so much going on the grid. And of course, it will also enable us to use as much as we can use for its effective use. So even if you are not making any profit from it, we know that we have a zero bill to pay.
Newlo has experienced significant challenges during its years of existence, and Sister Margaret Yamoa says the staff is a main ingredient to its survival. She says these sacrifices they have made is nothing short of commendable, many of them having worked there for more than 25 years under less than ideal salaries and working conditions.
Imagine working in an institution and since 2006, you got a little bit of salary increase of say $100 and you haven't had anything again, and you still have to continue coming. And so without the staff, there will be no Newlo. I mean, you can't count how many thousands of young people who have been through the program. Some of them are making probably 100 times more than those who train them. You train some today, tomorrow you help them to find employment and they are getting more than you. That's the beauty of it. That's the joy of knowing that you are contributing to youth empowerment. And I think that is the main reason why the staff keep coming and Newlo keep going.
The Global Environment Facility Small Grants Program, which provided the chunk of funds to Newlo for the project, provides grant funding to registered community and not-for-profit groups in areas like climate change, land degradation, international waters, chemicals, and biodiversity.
Now, funding is provided for projects that address climate change, land degradation, international waters, chemicals, and biodiversity. To date, we have provided funding in the tune of $1.4 million US. We have 36 projects that were approved. Some are already completed, and Newlo project is one of the completed projects. We provide funding in 3 levels. So there's a level of funding up to a maximum of $5,000 US, which is called a planning grant, and we only disburse funding for one project under that category. We have funded 28 projects in the category of full grant, and these groups were able to obtain up to a maximum of $50,000 US. And then we have 7 projects that fall into the category of strategic grant, where the maximum is $150,000 US, and Newlo project falls into that category.